Greetings, digital travelers. Welcome back to another episode of Techative's podcast, the beginner's guide to networking, your guide through the bustling avenues and skyways of our digital city. I'm your host, John, and together we navigate through the intricate world of wired and wireless networks. Today, we explore their differences in performance, speed, security, reliability, and much more. Plus, I will share with you some invaluable tips to enhance your home network's performance. So get your surfboards ready as we travel through this digital wave together. Our digital city thrives on connections from the underground cables to the waves in the air. Let's start with the foundation of it all. The wired networks in our city are like the roads and highways, sturdy, dependable. They're built from materials you can see and touch. Cables run from building to building, ensuring that the data traffic flows quickly and securely. On these roads, data travels like a sports car on an open highway, reaching high speeds with minimal interference. Wired connections, with their dedicated lanes, offer unparalleled speed and bandwidth, ensuring that every bit of data reaches its destination swiftly. These roads are also well guarded, with every entry and exit monitored. Data on wired networks travels through the protected cables, making it harder for intruders to intercept. And like well-maintained roads, unlike most cities I have been to, but I digress, wired connections are less prone to disruptions caused by external factors, offering a stable and consistent connection. Now look up in the skyways, where wireless networks from invincible bridges between devices are formed. This is the realm of Wi-Fi, where data packets soar through the air, offering a different kind of connectivity. While not as fast as their wired counterparts, these skyways have evolved. Modern Wi-Fi can support high-speed data transfers sufficient for streaming, gaming, and everyday internet use. Though, it's still subject to air traffic and weather conditions. Interference and distance can slow things down dramatically. The skyways, while convenient, are more exposed. Data flying through the air can potentially be intercepted. Encryption and secure protocols act as stealth technology, making it harder for unwanted eyes to see the data. While wireless connections face more variables from signal interference to physical barriers, think of it as traffic in the sky. Birds, planes, and even the weather can affect the journey of our data packets. Now let's tackle two of the most common questions I get asked. The first question: how do I reduce Wi-Fi interference? Well, reducing Wi-Fi interference is crucial for maintaining a stable and reliable wireless network connection. One effective method is strategically positioning your router away from sources of interference, such as microwave ovens, cordless phones, and other electronic devices that operate on the same frequency band as Wi-Fi signal does. Additionally, placing the router in a central location within your home or office and away from walls and obstructions can help minimize interference. Choosing the optimal Wi-Fi channel can also mitigate interference from neighboring networks. You can use Wi-Fi analyzer tools to identify less congested channels. Furthermore, upgrading your router to one that supports dual-band or tri-band Wi-Fi can provide additional channels and frequencies to help reduce interference. Finally, using Wi-Fi extenders or mesh networks can help distribute the signal evenly throughout your space, reducing the impact of interference in areas with poor coverage. Another question I've received recently is, can I improve my network security? Improving network security is essential for safeguarding data and privacy. There are various steps you can take to enhance your network security. Basic measures include using strong passwords, enabling network encryption, and keeping router firmware up to date. Strengthening Wi-Fi security involves utilizing WPA3 encryption, changing the default SSID and password, and disabling unused features like WPS. Router firmware plays a critical role in security, as updates often include patches and vulnerabilities. Additional measures to protect against unauthorized access include enabling features like MAC address filtering, using a firewall, and disabling remote management. For IoT devices, consider setting up a separate guest network, updating device firmware regularly, and using strong unique passwords. Using a VPN adds an extra layer of security, especially when connected to public Wi-Fi networks. It's advisable to periodically review connected devices to ensure only authorized ones are on the network. If your router does not support WPA3, ensure it supports at least a WPA2 with the latest security updates, and follow other best practices like using strong passwords. Many network security improvements can be implemented through software configuration and regular maintenance without the need of new hardware investments. It's time to understand what dB in Wi-Fi signal strength means. So when it comes to reading Wi-Fi signal strength, dB or decibel is a unit of measure commonly used. The higher the dB value, the stronger the signal. Generally, a signal strength of around minus 50 dB to minus 60 dB is considered excellent. Minus 60 dB to minus 70 dB is fairly good. Anything below minus 70 dB may result in slower connection speeds or potential signal dropouts. Most devices display signal strength in a negative dB value, so the closer to zero, the stronger the signal. Keep in mind that dB is a logarithmic scale, meaning a difference of 10 decibels represents a tenfold change in signal strength. Use this knowledge to gauge and optimize your Wi-Fi signal strength for better connectivity and performance. In our journey through the wired and wireless networks of our digital city, we've seen how each infrastructure offers unique benefits and faces distinct challenges. Like the diverse neighborhood of a sprawling metropolis, both wired and wireless networks have their place in the ecosystem of connectivity. Balancing their advantages and addressing their limitations allows our digital city to flourish. In the next episode, we will explore the different types of networks and topologies. Until then, keep your connections tight and your network secure. I am your host, John, and you've been listening to Techative, the beginner's guide to networking. Stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next episode.